During World War II, Sweden stood out as one of the few European countries that actively helped Jews escape the horrors of Nazi persecution. While officially neutral, Sweden used its unique position to offer sanctuary, diplomatic protection and humanitarian aid to tens of thousands of Jews fleeing genocide. Its efforts, often carried out quietly but bravely, played a crucial role in saving lives and resisting Nazi brutality. Sweden's neutral position and moral dilemma. When the war broke out in 1939, Sweden declared neutrality to avoid invasion and destruction. Surrounded by Nazi-occupied Norway and Finland, which had complex ties with Germany and the Soviet Union, Sweden walked a delicate line between appeasing Axis powers and maintaining sovereignty. But as Nazi persecution of Jews escalated, especially after the implementation of the final solution in 1942, Sweden's stance became more proactive in offering refuge and support. The rescue of Danish Jews, 1943. One of the most remarkable rescue operations occurred in October 1943 when Nazi authorities ordered the arrest and deportation of Danish Jews. In response, the Danish resistance and ordinary citizens mobilized a swift rescue operation, ferrying more than 7,200 Jews and 700 non-Jewish relatives across the Øresund Strait to Sweden, often in small fishing boats under the cover of night. Sweden played a vital role by opening its borders without hesitation, accepting nearly every fleeing Jew, providing housing, food and medical care upon arrival, offering legal protections and allowing Danish Jews to remain until the war's end. This operation became one of the most successful mass rescues of Jews during the Holocaust. Swedish diplomats saving lives abroad. Sweden also acted beyond its borders. The most famous example is Raoul Wallenberg, a Swedish diplomat stationed in Budapest, Hungary in 1944. Wallenberg issued protective passports, Schutzpasses, to thousands of Hungarian Jews, identifying them as Swedish citizens. He established safe houses under Swedish diplomatic protection. Wallenberg is credited with saving as many as 100,000 Jews, and his legacy remains a powerful symbol of Swedish humanitarianism. Accepting refugees from Nazi-occupied Europe. Beyond Denmark and Hungary, Sweden accepted tens of thousands of Jewish refugees from Norway, Germany, Poland, and the Baltic states during the war. Norwegian Jews were smuggled over the border after the Nazi crackdown in 1942. Baltic Jewish refugees arrived amid the Soviet and Nazi occupations of their homelands. Survivors of concentration camps were also brought to Sweden near the end of the war through humanitarian missions. By war's end, Sweden had taken in around 80,000 refugees, including between 8,000 and 10,000 Jews, a considerable number for a nation of just 6.3 million people at the time. Post-war legacy. Sweden's wartime efforts to rescue Jews are remembered with admiration and gratitude. Though its early economic cooperation with Germany remains a subject of historical debate, its commitment to protecting persecuted people, especially Jews, is a cornerstone of its humanitarian legacy. Wallenberg is honored as a righteous among the nations by Yad Vashem, and memorials across Europe and Israel commemorate Sweden's role in saving Jewish lives. In a world darkened by persecution and indifference, Sweden's actions shone with courage and compassion. Whether through the open arms of its people, the daring of diplomats like Raoul Wallenberg, or the safe haven it provided for Danish Jews, Sweden proved that neutrality did not mean silence, and that even in the shadows of war humanity could still prevail.